Hi, have you ever disagreed with an evaluation the district has done? Or has your district ever not conducted a complete evaluation of your child? Well, today you're going to learn what to do about this. Hi, I'm Charmaine Tanner, an advocate, parent, retired teacher, and author of a #1 best-selling book, The Art of Advocacy, A Parent's Guide to a Collaborative IEP Process. As a parent, one of your rights is to request an independent education evaluation. Now, you can do this for two different reasons. One, if you disagree with the district's evaluation of your child, or two, if the district completed an evaluation but did not assess your child in one or more areas that you think is really important. So today we're going to be talking about the steps of what you can do. The first thing is for you to put in writing your request for an independent education evaluation. And it's really important to know that the district only has two choices when they respond to your request. One, they could say, fine, we'll agree to pay for an independent education evaluation. Or two, the district can say, we think our evaluation is sufficient, and they can decide to file for a due process hearing. So always when parents request an independent evaluation, I suggest that they keep their written request short and sweet. It can be through an email or through a letter. So this is an example of a written request that you could write. We request an independent education evaluation for our, say, son or daughter, and include your child's name, and you write what type of assessment you want done. It's our understanding that the district must ensure that the independent education evaluation is provided at public expense or initiate a due process hearing. And then I always have the parents ask a question in their email: which of these two courses of action is the district electing to do? And then at the end, just say, we look forward to your response, so there's no unnecessary delay. Well, that works if your district has done an evaluation that you disagree with. Well, what about the instance when the district's completed their evaluation, but they've chosen to not assess your child in certain areas? You can still request an evaluation in that circumstance. Now, there's two different viewpoints. Some advocates think that the district should still have the opportunity to first do the additional evaluation. I'm in the other camp, where I believe that the district has already had the opportunity to assess your child, and if they chose not to assess him in an area that you feel is important, that also gives you the right to ask for an independent education evaluation. Now, luckily, I'm not standing alone with that viewpoint, because the Federal Department of Ed also has issued a letter of guidance advising districts that parents have that right in that instance. So in that case, your letter would be a little bit different, or your email. So I'll read this example. It says, thank you for your email considering our request for an independent education evaluation for our child. It's our understanding that the district must ensure that the independent evaluation is provided at public expense or initiate a due process hearing. This is clarified in the Office of Special Education Programs letter dated February 23rd, 2015. And it says, when an evaluation is conducted and a parent disagrees with the evaluation because a child was not assessed in a particular area, the parent has a right to request an independent education evaluation. And then again, include a question in your email and ask, is the district electing to provide the independent education evaluation at public expense or initiate a due process hearing? We look forward to your response, so there's no unnecessary delay. So we've talked about those two examples of what the district can do, either pay forward or ask for a due process hearing. Now, in the past, we rarely saw districts request a due process hearing over an independent education evaluation topic, but that has changed in the past few years, and we're seeing more districts file for due process hearings to kind of push parents, I think. And so, in any circumstance, if you're going to be involved in a due process hearing, I always advise parents to contact an attorney and have that attorney help represent you in the due process hearing. Now, the other catch to asking for an independent education evaluation is once you get the report and give it to the IEP team, they only have to carefully consider the report. So that means that they can read it and thank you for giving it to them, but they don't have to include any of the recommendations or even a summary of the report in the IEP. However, in most cases, I have found districts to be, very good about actually really considering the independent evaluation that you had done. And oftentimes you'll see most, if not all, of the private recommendations included in your child's IEP. And if you don't, that's a time to call an advocate and we can help brainstorm next steps for you to take. So, speaking of steps, here are the advocacy steps that you can take. 1, make sure that your request for an independent education evaluation is always done in writing. 2, in your request, remind the district of their 2 choices that they have when they respond. And 3, remember, you pick the qualified examiner. It doesn't have to be somebody on the district's list. So if this video has been helpful for you, I also have a YouTube channel where I have other, teaching videos about special education advocacy. And all you have to do is go over to YouTube and then type in Collaborative Special Education Advocacy, and you'll be able to see the other videos I have there. Now, I know the special ed process can be really complex and overwhelming for parents. There's so many little pieces that you need to know. So this is why I always offer families a free 30-minute phone call where we can talk about what would be some appropriate next steps for you to take, whether it's about independent evaluations or any other concerns that you have for your child. So feel free to email me at charmaine@cspeda.com and we'll set up a time to chat. So remember, you know your child best. You are your child's best advocate. So go out there and feel empowered, be empowered to make change for your child. And until next week, take care.